We now know dates and times of funeral services for fallen Kalamazoo Public Safety Officer Eric Zapata.
24-hour News 8's Marc Thompson is live there now with the very latest. Marc.
And Brian, you can see behind me that there's a small memorial set up here at Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety headquarters in honor of Eric Zapata. And just beyond these walls, Chief Hadley and staff are still working out some of the details of those services here inside a conference room. But here is what we know right now. Visitation will be Sunday from 4 to 8 and Monday from 1 to 4 and 6 to 8 with a 6:30 rosary at Langland Funeral Home on 9th Street in Kalamazoo. Now, the funeral will take place Tuesday at 11 a.m. at Miller Auditorium on the campus of Western Michigan University. And public safety officials expect some 3,500 people to attend. They're still working out traffic plans because so many folks will be in town. And this is a very detailed planning process. And while every situation is different, the most recent event that we can reference are the services for Grand Rapids fallen police officer Bob Kosminski that took place back in July of 2007. Part of what makes this task of planning services so challenging is the fact that when an officer is killed in the line of duty, other departments from across the state and around the country will send people to represent the various agencies and to pay their respects. So there are a lot of logistics that go into planning. Also, the public wants to know how they can participate, and KDPS has consulted with other departments in the planning process. They even consulted with Chief Dolan, who was part of the Kosminski services, and they talk a little bit about the response they're expecting because they not only represent police but fire and other public safety as well.
Even though Eric didn't die fighting a fire, he was a firefighter as well. We're kind of a different animal being public safety, but I have had correspondence with some fire departments, one expressing their condolences and two asking for information and information in time and place of where the funeral will be.
And let's also keep in mind that while this planning is necessary, it definitely has to be done, but this is still a very difficult time for the Zapata family as well as the department right now, because they're still grieving the sudden and tragic loss of Officer Zapata, so they still have to deal with that as well as the planning process as well. Once we find out more details, especially how you, the public, can participate, we will pass that along. For now, we're live in Kalamazoo. Marc Thompson, 24-hour News 8.